Welcome to Hedgeline. Today I'm going to build a 4-game parlay. I'm going to show you how easy it is to build your bet your way using Hedgeline. So let's get started. Hedgeline begins with the input page. This is where you input all the information for the games you wish to bet. As you can see, I've already selected 4 games and I've preloaded all the information for those 4 games into the calculator just to save some time for this demonstration. So let's get started. And this takes us to the results page. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Hedgeline, I'll give you a quick rundown on the setup of the results page. If you take a look at the top left corner, it's the bet selection area. This is where we eliminate combinations from our final list by wins or ties. To the right side is the bet breakdown area, and this is where we remove combinations from the final list in groups of ties. And below that is the results list. This is where all the combinations of outcomes for the parlay you've chosen are listed. And then down the left side, you can eliminate games or combinations individually. I'll show you that as we build our bet. Over here, if you wish, you can eliminate combinations by a minimum amount of return odds. So if you wanted to bet by odds only, you'd click that on, and let's say fill your number in here. If I want to have only combinations listing 70 to 1, then I click that in and notice all my odds, all the combinations, the minimum one would be 70 to 1. In this case it's 138 to 1. But I'm not going to bet by odds only. I'm going to leave that off. Okay, I'm going to build my bet. As you can see, I've got Utah Valley against California in college basketball in the first game. I've chosen that one because I'm taking California as my lock team, which means I'm going to take them to win this game. So I eliminate any possibility of a tie, and I eliminate the possibility of Utah winning this game. So now I've gone down from 81 possible combinations that we began with on the list to 27, as you can see. Next game down in the list, game 13, Tampa in hockey, Tampa in Toronto. Both teams have a reason to win this game. Toronto's coming off a pretty tough road trip, and they really need the win. They're 1 point behind Tampa. Again, Tampa being 1 point up on the Leafs in this final race for the playoffs, is going to be hungry to score some goals, and Stamkos is back, so that'll give them some points coming in. So I'm not sure who's going to win this game. Both teams are going to be pretty determined, but I do think they're going to score some goals in this game, so I am going to take the over in this game. The next game down, Colorado in Winnipeg, again, that's another NHL game. Again, I'm not sure who's going to win. They're both pretty close in this situation, so either team could win or tie, so I'm going to leave that option open. What I'm going to do for that variable is I am going to take the over in the goals. I do think that between these two teams they can score a lot of goals. Then we get down to the LSU San Francisco game. Not sure who's going to win or lose in this game, although I'm going to go against the tie. So I'm going to eliminate the possibility of a tie between LSU and San Francisco. So by doing that, I've now got myself down to, as you can see, 18 possible combinations of outcomes to bet, and they're all listed down below. After that, I go over to the right side here and I remove combinations from my list by groups of ties. So it's showing me already there is no possibility for 3 ties because I've taken the ties away here. There is a possibility that the 2 hockey games could end in a tie, and I'm going to keep that possibility. There's 2 combinations, as you can see, that include those 2 teams both ending in a tie. And there's 8 possibilities, combinations that one of these teams could end in a tie. So I'm going to leave that one also. And again, that leaves me with 18 combinations at this point. So I go down my list to scroll down, have a look. and I see that my long shots, the ties, are all covered. If at this time I decide I want to remove a combination, I can go to my button over here on the left, click it, and there it is. It's removed, that individual combination. If I don't want this one there, I can remove that one also. But I'm going to leave these two combinations in. So at this point I have 18 combinations to bet. If I'm happy with it, if you're happy with where it is, then you're ready to fill out your slips and make your bets. So if you're going to fill out your slips, you'd start at the top and you'd read from the left. So you would be taking $2 on game 52 home, game 13 home with the over, game 15 visitor with the over, game 51 home. Then you go to the next one and the next one until you've filled out all your combinations and have all your bets hedged. Or you can, of course, bet any one of the individual combinations or any combination of combinations if you wish. I'm going to show you another possibility that this gives you the power of Hedgeline. While you're working with it and while you're looking, let's try this. Let's say that Utah, California, maybe there's a possibility they could tie. So what if I add that combination to my list of outcomes? Scrolling down, I see that now the top 7 combinations are not returning a positive amount of money. So I go over here to my bet amount boxes and I'll increase $1 at a time. Go down to each one just to see what kind of possibilities hedging my bet this way would be. So I just continue to increase, and lo and behold, I could literally make a 36 bet hedge. Would cost me $92. I'd cover 36 of the 81 possible combinations of outcomes, and I'd be chasing all the long shots that are appearing down. 1 game ends in a tie, 2 games end in a tie, 3. All these combinations are now listed by Hedgeline. Now, if I don't think 3 of the games will end in a tie, I can remove those combinations, and now I'm down to 34 combinations on my list. If I wish, I can reset all the bets in order to accommodate the new combinations that I've added to my list. So this is just to show you the versatility of using Hedgeline to build your bets. And all the things you can find out, all the combinations you can see when you're looking at them all at the same time. So for today, that's my bet. Let's see how it works out.